live.
And we're live.
Hey, Matt is here on the TV, and I'm in
a
totally new setup, lights and everything. So a little different, different than before. But this is where I've been playing the Trudvang board game. All the pieces are just lingering on the table in front of me. But yeah, so Chris is out. It might be hard. I don't know if we're going to do kind of an end of the year stream. Because I think the by next week, things are already going to get started. People are going to be on holiday and stuff, so we'll see how it goes. But at least we have this, and we have Trudvang. We're almost through the. So I guess there are only like maybe 11 core. I did one side quest, so there's 10 core adventures in the campaign for the basic book, and then there's a bunch of other supplements. But they also give you side quests, so you have a total of about 20. Adventures you can take, but side quests don't give you XP. So I was worried that it would just be like killing heroes on side quests and not getting anywhere. But decided, once we found out the rules, there's really not death in the rules, which is kind of strange. You just keep, because it's meant to focus on the story, but there's combat, but you just keep coming back. So you're slightly less useful or effective because you have an extra card in your deck. When you after you die once, after you're defeated, it's the defeated mechanic. But unless it states in the adventure somehow, the character is never out. So that was a little strange. So I decided to just have basically character slots, and if a character is defeated and then is just defeated twice basically, and they have that card in their deck, then we'll just swap out to another hero, and that lets us kind of see all of the different classes. And there's even some heroes that have very unique abilities in some of the expansions, so it'll let us go through a lot more.
Real quick,
a lot more.
The chat is hearing doubling on you.
Oh, okay.
And to me, you sound kind of distant.
Oh, really? Okay, let me double check. Thanks for the audio. Let me check, make sure all my settings are good. I don't want to have any. Oh yeah, maybe I'm coming in on. Let me see. Does that happen? No, I'm not coming in on the. Yeah, so maybe headphone stuff. I can turn that down a little bit. Oh no, doubling.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like we're hearing the room a lot more than we usually do. I don't know if.
Oh yeah. This is a much more reflective space. Yeah, maybe let me get the microphone a little closer as well. Yeah, this is a much more reflective space. I don't have like bookshelves lining the walls and stuff. So yeah, the sound quality is going to be a bit different. Plus, I'm not hearing myself. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, that shouldn't be me then. Yeah. Because I'm not coming through on my headphones. So is that a little bit better? On your end? It's about the same?
It sounds exactly the same to me, but I didn't hear the doubling. Oh, now I hear me over there.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is not, this is not going to work. Yeah, so weird. What? Yeah, let me see. So, I don't know what would be causing the doubling. Oh, maybe maybe there's a source. Oh, yeah, there is a source. There we go. Yeah, the video camera source was new, so it had audio on. Okay, so there we go. So how's that on chat? I shouldn't be doubling now because the camera was picking me up as well. So that's probably what was giving the big space sound as well. And it may just be Discord.
Tell us, chat, because I didn't hear the doubling.
Yeah, and Discord is being strange. It's not giving me a choice of inputs, so maybe I don't know what it's actually giving you. It's just giving you whatever the Windows default is. So the recordings for Discord's not going to be good. All right, technical snafus. Yeah, anytime we change the setup.
Clarion says much better.
Oh, good. Okay. I just can't get the mic in a good position now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just have to sit closer to it. All right. I'm just going to hold it. Okay. Yeah, this table, I can't clamp anything on the edge of this table. It's too thick. So, yeah, I have to figure out what kind of mic stand I can come up with.
I always wrestle with that.
Yeah. And you don't want anything on the table, because then every time you bump the table, it's boom, 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 boom in the audio. Okay, so got rid of the doubling. That's good. So, yeah, I think that's a Discord problem, Matt. It's for some reason, I couldn't get Discord started, and then it locked me out of the choosing the audio settings.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so it just is only giving me default. So we'll try that. All right. And it's a stormy, windy day today.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just cold and gloomy here. So our winters are so boring.
Right. All right. Yeah, I need more of a fill light or something too, because I've just got these lights from above. I'm over top lit. All right, but this will work. We'll get some sort of audio going, and I'll I wasn't doing my video for the Trudvang, the board game streaming, but yeah, there's got to be some good solo board games to stream. This Trudvang Legends is not one of them, I think, but there's got to be some good. It's visually very nice. It has a huge world map. It's very nice to look at, but just doesn't play all that well. So we've got one more adventure where we kill a dragon and save. We've already kind of saved the world, but now we made a sword, and now we will kill the dragon that's burning the world. So then we'll be all set.
Okay.
But they've already introduced a lot of the types of the creatures and kind of the balance between nature and evil and things in the setting. So it's pretty cool. There's some really good stuff as far as the setting. So we'll find out. We'll find out how that keeps going. And then the expansions focus on specific areas. So kind of the, barbarians in the north, or there's even the Muspelheim, the kind of underworld setting. So that'll be fun. There'll be some other baddies to fight. But so you've been working on Swords of the Serpentine. For getting that on. How did that go? The character sheet looks great on Alchemy. Was that hard work, or did it go pretty well?
Yeah, it was definitely a third time's the charm situation.
Nice.
So they have their character sheet builder thing is sort of still a beta kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks great. Like, the idea of it makes total sense. It's, you have like a blank sheet basically, and it's got tabs so you can have multiple pages or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just drag over formatting. So like a 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. And then you drag in functionality. So like a text box or an action box or a tracker, or, attribute skills, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know until you try it how it's going to look and how well it's going to fit, And you can't just, once you drop it in, you can't just click on it and drag it to another area. If you're like, oh, that doesn't really fit there, I'm going to put it over here, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't let you do that. You have to delete it and start over.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, like, I typed track, because Swords of Serpentine is, you have values in all your abilities, which, are kind of skills, basically. Mm-hmm. But they're also points of pool points that you spend, right?
Oh, okay.
So every skill
mm-hmm.
needs to be a tracker.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I typed in all these freaking skills trackers.
Right.
And then it didn't really fit right, so I did it again. It was it was a little frustrating, but we're there. We're done. I'm calling that character sheet done.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Yeah, it looked great. Because I just did the create a new character and just took a look at it, and it looks really nice. I think the functionality works well in because they don't alchemy doesn't allow you to skin. Basically, you're not making an HTML page or some kind of JavaScript empowered page that has the look of the the
it
game
won't look like the character,
right?
Exactly.
But the functionality is nice. I mean, I think it works. And you put you do the dice faces in there. That's nice.
Yeah, I changed the dice faces. I need to make a couple more of those so you guys can roll with bonuses. But
okay,
yeah, that was actually really easy to do. It's not really much different than uploading your token art.
Right. Oh, good.
Oh, the first time I did it, because I don't know if you noticed, but I made the Swords of the Serpentine logo.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I did them all in reverse order of what they should have been.
Oh, okay.
So I'm rolling a die, and it's like it's a 5, but underneath it shows a 2.
Right. Yeah.
Oops.
That's right, because it's just a graphic. Yeah, it doesn't have any values. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to play that. So I'm just looking at the the factions and everything. I'd really like to play Inquisition or a Coven. I like to play either sorcerers or the people hunting sorcerers. So we'll see what the group is thinking about. Yeah.
I have my top 3, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Okay. I don't want to muddy the waters.
Right. Yeah, but definitely you should have some input, because you want it to be a kind of campaign that you'd want to actually create. If you're make witches and things.
Well, there's a lot of fun ones, and I think it'll depend a lot on how much do you want it to be more political, Dune kind of thing. Then probably should be a member of either an ancient house or a merchant house, or you can do they have fun little ones, you could be members of the City Watch or or the rare book hunters one sounded fun to me.
Definitely. No, I saw that. I was like, I get that. That's you're kind of you need the city and you're hunting the city, but you're not hunting for you're hunting for your treasure to you, but not to most people. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so we'll see what the rest of the group, what vibe they're going for. But yeah, I thought, playing Inquisitors would be pretty crazy. Yeah, suspicious of everything. Nice. All right. So yeah, let's get started for this week. If you're good, and I'm just gonna be holding. I'm just gonna be holding this. All right. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to the weekly. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
So Chris is tied up this week, and Matt was kind enough to co-host. So let's see. This week on the weekly, Evil Hat is taking submissions. Starfinder Galactic Ancestries for Second Edition. They already did this for First. A Cyberpunk trading card game, which we already have. It just crowdfunded, so I don't know what this is. And then Fallout RPG sale. Probably just in time for the next season. We're getting a lot of previews for season 2 of the Amazon show.
Yeah.
So let's start with Evil Hat. So they posted a submissions are open at Evil Hat, and they posted a page with their guidelines and game submissions. And I thought I could tease Chris with this, because I think Evil Hat might be an okay home for some of the stuff that she's done, but their submission page was interesting. I can see they're angling it certain ways, and they kind of are honest about it as far as what they don't want to have to review a ton of. So the page submission page says, interested in publishing a game with Evil Hat? Awesome. Here's what we're looking for. So of course the type of game they are publishing role-playing games. We did publish board games and card games for a time, but yeah, those are we no longer do. System. So they're favoring things that are powered by the apocalypse, forged in the dark, or powered by fate. And then there's an asterisk. And that leads to, this doesn't rule out original system games, but we want to be upfront about where our focus is. Notably, we do not publish 5e material and have no plans to enter that market space.
Oh, that's a win for Chris right there.
Yeah. And I think too, I mean, could you imagine when you open for submissions, the deluge of 5e powered stuff? Because that that third party space, I mean, and those are very aggressive, and people that are making a living doing that, doing supplements for 5e. So they must have stuff ready. They're everywhere. So you just it would be a deluge, you'd be buried in 5e stuff. So it's good that they say that up front. So yeah, if that's the central feature of your pitch, meaning 5e, we encourage you to seek out the many other publishers who serve the market. All right. And so what they talk about as far as the other requirements, format, they want 40,000 to 100,000 words. Development status, you should be complete or near complete. The text should be plain text Google Doc, not in layout form. They want just raw text. The setting should be something that fits in genre and setting with the Evil Hat product line. So that's interesting. So kind of be familiar with their tastes and not go cozy or crime or whatever, if something that you've seen that they don't do. Ongoing development, so a willingness to work together with them in game development, playtesting, editing, layout, proofing, and direction. As well as getting ready to print, indexing and ready to print. And then also to work together on marketing to be able to demo your game online at conventions and in local groups, basically, helping get excitement going for it. So what they're doing on their end. So basically, I think, they're taking your idea in raw text and helping with editing, layout, art, proofing, indexing. So there's a lot, coming through on there. And they don't talk about the split because they're doing a lot. So they're not talking about the split. So it may be like an 80-20 kind of proposition because, they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Project management, you'll have staff assigned to your project. Public play testing, they'll work to generate a play test group, doing application forms, review process, disclosure, and feedback forms. Marketing will be cooperative, but they'll use their marketing engine to push it to their fans. Crowdfunding, if it looks like it's a bigger project, they'll help you take it to crowdfunding. Manufacturing, dealing with getting the quotes, proofs, and working with the printers to complete the book. And then fulfillment, so delivery to the warehouse, direct vendors like IPR. And then if it's gone to crowdfunding, the backers, pre-orders kind of arrangement. And then also VTT development, so developing character sheets, art packs, and modules for things like Roll20. So, wow, that's a huge. I mean, if they like what you're doing and they're interested in it, it sounds like you're going to get a lot of support. I mean, you may be. It may kind of leave your hands a little bit. It sounds like they're going to have some input on the look and finish and maybe even the budget of the game. But yeah, pretty yeah.
They have a history of that. They were the ones that kind of got Deathmatch Island out there.
Oh, right.
That was made by another studio whose name escapes me right now, but it was, I think, distributed by them. And you can find it on their website and everything. Nice. So they've definitely done it before in the past. So I mean, I think they make good stuff. Like I had once upon a time, I had some of their Fate stuff,
right?
Specifically the Dresden Files book.
Oh, okay.
And really impressive hardback rule book, pretty thick. And the execution was weird because it was Fate, but they managed to make Fate super complicated, which is sort of the opposite of what Fate is supposed to do.
Right.
But it looked good.
Cool. That's interesting. Yeah. Wow. And then they do go in basically saying Evil Hat is collectively and individually pro-choice, pro-body autonomy, pro-gun control, pro-masking, pro-vaccination, pro-LGBTQ+, and BIPOC rights and equality and justice. So they put their politics right out front. So I think they want to make it clear that, yeah, if there's something in your game that's, platforming a strange belief, then they might not be the place. So it's good they at least put that up front so you don't waste your time with your whatever simulator.
and that's exactly it. Like, people, there might be some grognards that get angry about that, but at least they're not wasting your time.
Yeah.
Like, you can move on to something else, which is cool. I think that could be fun. I look forward to seeing if they do actually put out some stuff that isn't Fate or Powered by the Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. If somebody approached them with an original system, especially something. I mean, that would be great to see. It's already out there quite a bit, but Chris's Bright Hammer. It would be great to see like a bigger, like formal execution of that. Very rules light, but very that'd be nice to see. I don't know though. Well, I don't think that's what Chris would ever want to do. So what they're looking for is a short description of your game in a paragraph or less, and they give you kind of an example of a couple of sentences for explaining Blades in the Dark, and then also the audience you have in mind, and they talk about, example, a target market would be fans of stories with criminal heroes like Peaky Blinders and John Wick. So, giving some, give them some like kind of touchstones, some pop culture influences and stuff to kind of, so they see what your vibe is.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, they're also looking at they'd be interested in a full version of your manuscript, either draft or quick start, that covers the essentials of the game. But they are looking for submissions, and I wonder at this time how much they're going to receive. But the game submissions are open now. What's that?
Oh, just to clarify, it's a full game, right? They don't want like supplemental material to one of their existing games.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. So they no, it doesn't sound like it's it doesn't sound like it's just expanding something that they're doing. Although, because they do mention Forged in the Dark, Powered by the Apocalypse, or Powered by Fate, I'm sure stuff using engines that they have already worked with, game mechanics is it doesn't say like supplements or supplements to existing materials. It sounds like original stuff. But so I'll include it's submissions at evilhat.com, and they typically respond in a few business days confirming they received your submission, and then in about 90 days they may get in touch with you after evaluation. There's a very small team, about 6 of them, so they are going to be backlogged, so that's why they ask for the 90 days. So so that was interesting to see them so openly, call for submissions. And
it's actually really cool.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens. And maybe we'll see, we'll have something great like Deathmatch Island or something come out of that. There'll be because the books and stuff that they produced for that were just gorgeous. They really did a nice job of giving a nice, tone and feel for that game. The design was really top notch.
Yeah.
And very fun to play. All right. So this is a book we've already gotten in a first edition, but they did it again. So Starfinder unveils their Galactic Ancestries. So this is, basically a monster manual for Starfinder, the Paizo sci-fi setting and game. This is second edition though, so I think enough of the mechanics have changed that they're going to, need to give you new stat lines and everything. So the funny thing about a monster manual in Starfinder is 21 of the aliens in that book are playable races. So that was the crazy thing about Starfinder, is when even the first edition came out, and they came out with their alien archive, I think they called it at the time. It's like, well, just about anything that has an asterisk can be played as a playable race. So they left it really open to like let you, so similar to like Monsters, or playing a monster in Tunnels and Trolls. It's just like you're just modifying stats. It's just like, okay, we're gonna tweak your attributes a little bit if you're gonna play this type. Limit you to certain things. But it's they're doing it again, and it's fun. I mean, it really opens it up, and that's the thing. I think that works so much better in a sci-fi setting where you're dealing with a galaxy or a universe, instead of a fantasy setting where you're dealing with a continent or maybe a planet.
Yes.
And you've got 10,000 different, ancestries. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. How are all these sentient races coexisting on one planet?
Right. And I think
it gets a little silly.
Definitely. And I think the thing that's been lost is it was American in origin, like the fantasy role play, but they really were, using Europe as the kind of the template and the example. So you have these kingdoms, or you have these lands, and it's a small number of, known races. There's elves and dwarves and humans and halflings, but some of them don't like each other, and they've been living, with these grudges for, as long as they can remember. And that, that is very European. It feels very, at least for me, European. There's a lot of Europeans that don't know. The Norwegians aren't quite sure why they hate the Swedes anymore, but they still do. And so that feels, very, old school fantasy to me. But when you lose that, and you have a million ancestries, and everybody's cool with each other and whatever, it loses a bit of that original flavor when they do that in fantasy. So I think that's why it doesn't work as well. But but sci-fi has much more unlimited, and you can come from very, very far away. The pack worlds in Starfinder are the setting. So they'll expand the rules for alien races that are already. I don't know what do they call them in Pathfinder? I guess just playable aliens. So the Vesk and the Shirren are already in the core book. And they have a little bit of an expansion of abilities. They're also going to give you all of the Pathfinder ancestries. I guess Paizo calls them ancestries. So all the Pathfinder classic ancestries of elves, gnomes, goblins are going to be in the book as well, to play as sci-fi. So space elves and space gnomes and space goblins. And so this is going to be a 224-page rule book, full of all the new aliens and their ancestries, and 21 new options, like the lucky blue worlanisi, the sentient rollerball bantrid, or even the blazing miniature sun called the novian. So
what?
There's things that don't even really have bodies, like they're like puddles of liquid, or they're, globs of slime, or they're just balls of light.
All right, so we're going a little gonzo. Okay,
right.
That's cool.
Yeah. So in addition to all of the these new species, there will be some of the other some expansions of the things in the core book. The other thing that they're doing, they had a kind of an event that they used to introduce Second Edition, where they had like a gap, or like a rupture in the universe. And so gap touched versatile heritages will kind of be connected to that big history changing thing that they did in the Starfinder setting. So you have special abilities that'll be tied to that. They're also going to let you do xenometric androids, which means you can have a robot that's not a humanoid robot. It's what a insect, the robots that the insect races would make that aren't bipedal or whatever. So any alien has its own type of robot. So everything won't look only humanoid. All right. And like everything else, it's not coming until next year. So take a look out for this April 2026. Like most of their big, heavy hardcover books, it's going to it's going to sell for $69.95, so $70 US is MSRP. I'm sure you can get it a little bit cheaper, but yeah, their big books are not cheap, but they're good looking. They're full color, glossy pages. In the first editions of Starfinder, they had a few bad bindings. Hopefully they've resolved all of that and gave you a pretty secure book. I didn't have any trouble. Any of my old Starfinder books are still in good shape. So they might have just had a bad batch from a printer, but that was a complaint because Starfinder was such a big deal for them when it first came out. But yes, so more playable alien ancestries. Just what you've been waiting for, Matt, with Starfinder.
Have you played Starfinder?
Yeah. Jackson has run it a few times for us. Yeah, it's fun. It's the first edition version it kind of showed what they wanted to do with Pathfinder Second Edition. It was funny, so Pathfinder First Edition is basically D&D 3.5. Then they did Starfinder, and there was a change in the rules that you could feel. They wanted to do something different. Maybe this is how they would change Pathfinder. And that's exactly what they did. Pathfinder Second Edition was even more refinement from Starfinder. And now Starfinder Second Edition is taking those refinements, even further. But it's very crunchy. It's very, maybe Second Edition a little less so. There's less to remember as far as conditions and things. Some of the things have been combined, so you don't have this huge list of things to refer to. But okay. It's very fun. The setting is great. I was really worried that it was just going to be, space elf, space dwarf, but it's a very unique setting. And it does technically take place, Starfinder and Pathfinder, in the same timeline, just very, very far apart. Or you can kind of decide how you want that to actually happen, because there are the same gods and related things in the two settings. And you're able to literally, you could take a Pathfinder character that you've been playing for a long time, and they have a really easy conversion to bring it into Starfinder. So you could play, your dwarf fighter just as a space dwarf very easily in Starfinder, which I thought was an interesting thing, especially when they did that with their iconic characters. I thought that they looked really cool converted to a sci-fi version. But it was enjoyable. But I think it was Jackson's passion, for the setting and the system that really was a lot of fun. It was a lot of rules lookup. It reminded me of second or third edition D&D. You're doing some rules lookups, and there's some judgments that we kind of go back and forth. Well, how are we doing this, or how do you interpret this? So a little bit more rules lawyering involved in the crunchier systems. But yeah, definitely fun. But it did seem like, especially with, we played, I don't think it was the beta, but it was very early before they had done much errata or FAQs or anything. You could min-max pretty bad. I think Chicago Chris had a Vesk character that was punching for 56 damage, a punch, kind of things like, oh, you totally min-maxed that and, gamed the whole system into getting every single buff. Because, there's not only are there, benefits from your ancestry, benefits from your class, but there's a lot of equipment and stuff, spacesuits and power armor and stuff that will benefit you. So you can just stack all of these bonuses and end up with ridiculous OP min-max characters. But the setting was fun. Yeah, I think there was a lot of good stuff there. I wouldn't mind if Jackson is up for it. I wouldn't mind going back to that setting at least. All right. Well, there's some confusion. We just finished a crowdfunder that was a Cyberpunk cooperative card game. So we have a Cyberpunk card game, and now another announcement has just been made. We're getting a Cyberpunk 2077 trading card game. Okay. So there was a kind of a weird teaser trailer, and this company called Weird Co. is working with CD Projekt Red exclusively to make an official trading card game. No talk about mechanics yet, so we'd have no idea what we're doing. The trailer that they released is just a bunch of footage from the video game. So they're showing a little bit of card art and then, just footage from the game, like screen, game capture. So yeah, their hype trailer dropped back on November 9th, so a couple days ago. And this is the timing is the 5th anniversary of the video game, of the 2077 video game. And it sounds like they're just trying to take advantage of the IP. They are, working with CD Projekt Red, so they got their little marketing guy, to help them do this. So we don't have specifics of mechanics or gameplay. But WeirdCo, the co-founder, Luan Wei, was interviewed by IGN and said, "I can't wait for players to see how we've adapted the themes of Cyberpunk, like taking on gigs or building a crew, to a trading card game format. I think it's both true to Cyberpunk itself while being innovative to the TCG market on the whole. It's a perfect combination in this way." A lot of the IGN did a big interview with the two founders of WeirdCo, and it's just a bunch of marketing speak. And basically, they've got the rights to reproduce, all the art for all the favorite characters from the video game. So you're basically going to get, the legends in the game will be all the characters: Jackie Wells, Judy Alvarez, and I guess V is going to show up, as well as Goro Takamura. Yeah, all of the characters that are in the game are going to be like some kind of asset or some kind of thing you can play. But then that's going to let them, because it is a trading card game, do special foil editions, special prismatic, super finish, exclusive, ultra rare cards. So they're basically going to go for that market, thinking that this property is popular enough to support a bunch of maniacs collecting these things. So not only will it be content from the game, they also have the rights to do characters and characters from the Netflix animated series. So the Cyberpunk Edgerunners series from 2022. So you're going to get Lucy as, I think that's one of their promo cards they're already talking about, is one of the main characters from that series. So it's going to be one of those very, mishmash. The art's going to be all over the place. It's going to be anime. It's going to be rendered CG, but it's just going to be, I guess kind of like the Disney game, Lorcana, that has the art is not very one style, right? They have a bunch of different, like they're depicting the characters. Yeah. And so this is going to be that same kind of trading card style. And it's weird though, because I think they're taking this to crowdfunding. But we've just had a Mike Pondsmith, in a cooperation to do a Cyberpunk cooperative card, kind of more narrative card game, but in the, Cyberpunk RPG setting. So this is just capitalizing on the video game IP. So yeah, very strange. I don't know. And that we're kind of getting that with board games as well. There's been some board game releases that are Cyberpunk, and there's even a just like a skirmish game, a miniature, like a skirmish war game that's Cyberpunk set. But then there's board games that it's all the characters from the video game. So yeah, right now Cyberpunk is a bit of a mess, I think, because the popularity, first the debacle of the bad release of the video game, then they kind of fixed it, and then it got popular. Yeah, because the anime made people look at it again and go back to play the game. So it kind of, they saved it as an IP, but it's getting very confusing now. I think it's starting to overshadow the Cyberpunk RPG itself. The Cyberpunk Red, the latest version, I think is being a little bit overshadowed by the popularity of the game and the video game and the characters.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So WeirdCo says they have got people, developers that worked on things like Marvel Snap, Duel Masters, and Universus to work on their core mechanics. So they've got some people that, kind of have experience with trading card type mechanics and stuff, like card battling type mechanics, but I don't know. And especially if this is going to be blind packs and stuff, trading cards usually come in foil packs of, random cards with one rare and, whatever. That doesn't sound very fun. Although, I mean, that model has worked for Magic the Gathering for decades now, but I just can't imagine.
Yeah, but it's only worked for Magic the Gathering.
No, that's a really good point. Yeah, nobody else has really, been able to tap into it, because it's still Magic the Gathering that's getting people buying cases and cases of those cards every time there's a new release, just to resell them. Oh, as a side note, mentioning Magic, I saw a headline a few weeks ago that they're going to stop their programs that offered incentives for the brick and mortar card stores to buy cases from them. So if those if the card shops bought boxes, the kind of display boxes up to a certain amount, they would get extra promotional cards to use for events or to get people to come in the store, buy a box and get this, special card. They've completely stopped that now. So that program's been running for more than a decade, I think, to help the local stores get people to come specifically to their store. They stopped it, and all that's going to then encourage is people to buy stuff online. And there's so much, shady counterfeit stuff online, and it's really funny that Wizards of the Coast is just like, screw brick and mortar. We don't really need to be helping them.
They see Games Workshop doing that, so they're like, well, we want to be evil like them. So
yes. Right. So they keep touting how this represents the setting and the characters so well. So okay, that's interesting. I don't know if we really need this, and it's kind of unless something happens. I mean, for some reason that game keeps getting updates, which is amazing. They keep releasing updates for the Cyberpunk 2077, but I don't know if I think it's waning in popularity. So this may be bad timing to kind of be doing this, but. But they're very proud of themselves. There's a big interview on IGN if you're curious about this project, but most of how they answer the questions are just kind of corporate speak. It just sounds like a couple of guys that are going to run with this IP and are trying to make some bucks with with randomly packaged little foil packs of cards, but. We'll see. I guess, and it's all about. It really does seem to be about distribution. So if CD Projekt Red is going to help them get those cards in every Walmart and every store, possible, then maybe it can do well. But it really has to be, the cards have to be available. And I think we saw that with, Fantasy Flight runs into that when they try to do collectible games and stuff. They just can't get the cards to the players, and then it just dies. Because there's always some new thing coming out. So if you can't keep people, addicted to the next release, or at least buying packs because they can't find them, then it's just kind of over. So we'll see how what happens with that. But I thought it was weird. That's going to be a little bit of brand confusion now that there are multiple games. Although I think the two games, one operates more as a narrative cooperative game, and one is just going to be slick, glossy foil stamped cards for the collector's market. All right. And finally, probably to kind of promote all the press we're getting for the second season of Fallout, the Amazon streaming series, we've got a massive RPG sale for the Fallout RPG. So basically everything on Drive-Thru RPG is discounted. Some of it pretty well. I think the standard is about 33%, but some stuff gets much cheaper. This is the Modifius 2D20 system, but it does a really good job of recreating the mechanics of the video game. You've got the special, special characteristics, a ton of loot. There's like bullets everywhere, and not all of them fit your gun. So we've been playing, and also we talked a little bit about they're going to do a source book for New Vegas. So we may have to get back to the Fallout RPG someday, because New Vegas, will be fleshed out a little bit more in this setting specifically. But I'll put a link to that. So it's everything on Drive-Thru. So they're having this like huge Fallout everything sale, and there have been some bundles that have popped up occasionally for Fallout, and that's basically why we played, because I had the everything set up for Alchemy, all the modules for Alchemy, and that made it really easy, really fun and easy to run. But so you're a fan?
Yeah, I was super skeptical when we went into playing that game. It was like, how are they going to do all the, all the weapon management, modifications, plus the skill perk system, and how are you gonna do all that in 2D20 and do it well? And they actually did.
Yeah.
Like it felt like you were like, I mean, it was going to take a long time for us to do any serious like crafting or whatever, but it did feel like it was there and we could head towards that, you know?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
That's cool. Are you a fan of the streaming series? Did you like the first season?
I did. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, Walton Goggins, like, he's always a win in my book. So, no, I enjoyed it. Curious to see how they're going to do New Vegas and like, it's kind of neat that I was afraid that like the ghoul is going to be dead for sure in that first season.
Yeah.
You know, but now they're traveling companions, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, did you see recently there was some press, Walton Goggins did some interview and some reporter asked him, so now that you've, played a character in this world, are you interested in playing the video games? He's like, what, a guy in his 50s or whatever, 40s, 50s? He's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, that's not a
I
thing.
Saw that quote.
People are like, oh my God. Oh, I can't believe it. He's not a fan. It's really funny that people get offended by that. Yeah.
Plus he's very much a method kind of guy.
Yeah,
so like, it's definitely about the acting for him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the, just so you know, the core book for the Fallout 2D20 is 438 pages. I mean, it really covers everything, and they need to have a lot, for all of the perks and everything spelled out. And also they give you a lot for the setting. There's a huge amount of supplements to flesh out, and basically that are modules that have like, connected adventures. But there's a lot. If you already know the setting, I think with just the core book, you could probably get pretty far, making your own kind of experience in the wasteland. Because
totally.
Just like the game, it's very sandbox. The players can go anywhere, so you can just have a lot of things to run into for them to run into. And I like that detail that only the Vault Dwellers had the targeting system. I'm totally blanking on what it's called. The
VATS.
Yeah, the VATS is So only Will, because he was the Vault Dweller, had the VATS, so it gives you an advantage on targeting areas of of something you're shooting at. So I thought that was a funny detail because of course he's the only one that's wearing a Pip-Boy. So yeah, that was very good. Good stuff. And they go pretty deep too. Some of the expansion campaigns and stuff give you the ability to play like the synthetics, the androids, and the children of Adam, and some of the other things that come up in the setting that aren't in the core book. But so I'll put a link to that. That's good fun. If you're a fan of the of Fallout, I think Modifius did a nice job representing that. Just be careful getting into it. On drive-through, it's very clear because they're just supporting the RPG. But on the Modifius site, there's so much Fallout content because they have 2 miniature games that they made for it and the RPG. And all of that stuff is kind of mixed up on their website. So it looks like there's a ton of content, but that's for various iterations of Fallout. So make sure you're looking at 2D20 content, because they did a ton of stuff with that license. All right, so that is going to do it for this week. So where can people find you, Matt?
I'm on Instagram and Blue Sky. It's at Hargold, HAARGALD. Right now I've been talking a little bit of Swords of Serpentine, and talking to a couple of indie game creators recently. So it's been cool. Drop by, say hi. How about you?
Very cool. So I'm doing my single panel gag cartoon. I haven't been streaming it in a while, but I'm still doing it. So that's Abuse Cartoons on YouTube and Twitch. You can watch some of the old streams watching me draw that. If you want to read the cartoon, it's a single panel. So a single panel is a one cartoon and a joke like a magazine cartoon. That's at gocomics.com/domestic abuse. And also check out rcharvey.com. That's a website I used to do the editing for. And now it used to be a subscription website, and now it's open to the public. So like 20 years of writing on comics and cartooning is all up there. So I'll put those links in the description. And if you like what we're doing here on the weekly, consider becoming a weekling at patreon.com/upturntable. That'll be the tier that'll let us know what you want to see as far as topics covered on this show. The Patreon will give you access to the Discord and also the RSS feed, which will be the audio from this, from all of these live streams. And also there is a membership for YouTube. So below this video, if you're watching us, the join button will give you access to everything except the RSS feed. But there is the podcast is on the YouTube Music, which used to be Google Podcasts. YouTube Music is where you find this podcast as well. So Upturned Table on all social media, and upturntable.com is the website. And tune in tomorrow. We're going to be picking up, we did our session 0, and we're picking up our Old School Essentials classic fantasy campaign. We're playing the Palace of the Silver Princess. So we're going to do some a basic module and hopefully work our way up to an expert module, just to try out some old school gameplay. And so tune in for that. Subscribe to the channel to get notified. And I'll have one more night. I think I'll take tomorrow night off, but as far as tonight, I'll be doing another, which is probably in the morning your time. I'll be playing the last of the campaign for the Trudvang Legends board game, the adventure board game, and we'll finish up the end of the world. We'll see if the dragon burns us to cinders or if we finish this off, and then we'll keep going with some of those expansions. So see you tonight for Trudvang and tomorrow for Old School Essentials. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again soon.
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, be right back. right, we are back. So excited about. I'm going to be drawing the dungeon live. If we get into a dungeon, we still, it is possible for us to not get to a dungeon next session. But if we get into it,
really?
Yeah, depending on how you guys want to go.
That's funny.
I'm going to use that built-in that software that Roll20 kind of partnered with and do a dungeon scroll dungeon. So instead of doing like Fog of War and stuff, I'll just draw things as you guys can see them. So that might be kind of fun. And I'm literally going to draw a map that your tokens are going to be on. So that'll be very cool. I'm sure we're going to run into some technical problem, but the software updates automatically, just like Demiplane Nexus does when you do character updates, and it's just linked. So the map itself is being drawn in the platform for Dungeon Scroll, and it's just going to be updating into Roll20. So it should appear as you guys see it, and it'll look like an old classic dungeon map with the hatching around the things that aren't that are just the edges of the walls and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. It's got a pretty big library of, the standard symbols on the classic, old school maps. So I think I'll have everything, but I may have to put like a circle or something and say this and tell you what it is or what it's supposed to look like. But there's, all the symbols for stairs and walls and secret doors and stuff should be there. So it'll read pretty well, and then we'll have the whole thing, mapped out. That'll be fun. Like we'll have it all mapped out once you've explored the levels, and we can have fond memories of where things went terribly wrong. But yeah. Oh yeah. So what's your stance on mapping? Like, because those old school thinking is there's one of the characters, or I guess one of the players should be drawing a map. The whiteboard, the whiteboard and the dry erase markers are a much later development. And there should be somebody sitting there with some graph paper asking the DM, okay, how wide is this room and stuff? Do you like that aspect, or do you like when the DM is basically, showing you what you see?
I like it. If in context, I like it old school at a table.
Yeah.
Where like a dungeon is like big and like getting out of it is as important as getting into it.
Yeah, right.
I think that makes it really fun and mysterious. To be honest with you, I've only played that. I've only run a game where that was done like once a long time ago. I've played like an old like AD&D First Edition and Second Edition. I played some games where I was a player, and we were doing that. I think it's really cool. I think in the context of an old school game, around a table, super cool. I would not want to try to, what's that program called that you're going to draw it in?
Oh, Dungeon Scroll? Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want to do that online where you tell a player, oh, you got to go into this program and do this thing or whatever. Like, yeah, I think around a table is the way to go. And in context, it needs to be an old school dungeon where it's big.
Yeah.
Or getting lost is a challenge, is a problem you could have. That makes it fun. Like Terry, who we have on our channel, when I was middle school age, he was our Tunnels and Trolls DM, and we did it for that. And he actually took it to the next level. Like this one time we had to go through this maze. And so we were doing the proper dungeoneering thing where somebody had chalk and they're tracing a line, right? Well, he had this like zombie guy who was just kind of following behind us at a distance, just wiping up the chalk. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh, that's great. We got to get Terry to run something. Yeah, especially like Tunnels and Trolls. That would be great. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. But
Nice.
no, I like it in the right context. I guess
Yeah.
is the short answer.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think anything too narrative if the dungeon is not just dungeon crawling, but it's too narrative, I think it's a little bit it breaks the immersion, and it's a little disruptive because you have the person that's mapping always going, oh, how big is this room? Wait a minute. So the stairs are on the west wall, and so if they're trying to draw an accurate map, there's a little bit too much map talk while you're playing.
Yeah.
But if it is like you're dungeon crawling and you're just in there to get in there, kill everything, get the treasure, and safely get out, and you're not telling as much of a story, it doesn't break anything too badly. But but very fun. Yeah, very old school. So we'll see how this goes. It may fall apart, and I may end up, I don't know. I'll just bring in the map and cover it up with a bunch of black squares. Bring in the map from the module. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll definitely have that as a backup. Yeah, I'll definitely have that as a backup just in case, because I've noticed too that's the thing you can't rely on is since we're using stuff Roll20's browser based. People are having very different experiences, based on the browser, their internet connection, and their PC or Mac. They're having very different experiences about how fast things update, how things are displaying and stuff. So it may not work, but it's worth some. It should be fun to try.
It'll be fun. Either way, it'll be fun. Does Roll20 have decent fog of war if you had to do it that way?
They have not really. I think it's they have dynamic lighting. Like for these pre-built modules, it's a pretty crazy experience because if the lights and walls and everything are built into these maps, it is like a video game. Like your character has a little circle around them of visibility, and if they have a torch, if they don't have a torch, it's very dark, and if they have a torch, you can see, a bit clearer. Yeah. And you basically, when you move your token around, you see, everything. Everything that the character can see, but that's all in their dynamic lighting setup. And I've never gotten that to work well. Like when I've set that up, we've never been able to see the same thing. So then they basically have, you can cover maps, with geometric shapes. But they don't have a nice, like the Fog of War where you just either write or erase it. You just like cover the whole map and you can just, draw it in. I think like we did, what did we play? I think Foundry has that, because whatever we played DCC in, was able to kind of like, erase parts of it to show you, what you can see at the time. Yeah. And if Roll20 has it, I have been able to find, how to use it, because there's nothing, their draw tools and stuff. Yeah, it's not very clear. Fog of War is not very clear. They mostly lean into their dynamic lighting thing, which is not very fun. Yeah, but this should be fun, and hopefully it'll look old school enough. They do have the blue, a set of the blue graphics for making it look like an old school module for Dungeon Scrawl, but they don't have any blue doors or stairs or anything. So basically you'll have a blue dungeon, but everything will be black, so it looks kind of weird. I wish they could have, if they're going to bother giving you blue graph paper and let you draw blue rooms and corridors, why don't they give you the matching,
the symbols?
Yeah, the symbols don't match. I guess I could like import a whole set of blue symbols, but that's very odd. That was a really odd decision. So we'll just go with the classic. It'll look like it's drawn with like a felt pen, basically. Should be cool. All right. But and so and we're going to do after this, or I guess kind of concurrent, right? We're going to have the OSR stuff, the OS Old School Essentials is just going to be a fill-in, and we're going to start our Swords of the Serpentine campaign. So we need a session 0.
We're going to do a session 0, which it might take a little bit because, like I said, and when I messaged you guys, like this system is different than anything else we've really played. Like the core resolution system is literally just rolling a dice 6. It's no big deal, but the whole skills that are also points you can spend. And the difference between like an investigative type skill versus a general skill. There's going to be some learning. There's going to be some learning going on, getting used to different stuff, because you're dealing with, like, especially like in combat, you're dealing with just general melee attacking, or sorcery being used as an attack, or sway attacks, which is literally just attacking people's morale. And then there's like maneuvers you can do, which are kind of cool, because you set up a maneuver, and it'll have like a difficulty. Like, say you're trying to push someone off the roof of a building, right? Well, they can either try to roll against the maneuver, or they can just take half damage and ignore the maneuver, kind of thing. So there's a lot of different strategies you can pursue. And then with sorcery, there's like 2 levels to sorcery, because there's sorcery on the sorcery where you just using it as an attack, basically. And it's all aesthetics, right? You have a sphere that you are knowledgeable in, and you describe what your attack looks like, but it's really just an attack like the guy with the sword is making. Right? Or you can say, I'm going to actually generate corruption and do a cool spell, right? And then you have to deal with all kinds of, like, because corruption, like, you either internalize it and it changes you physically, or you externalize it and it affects everyone around you. Right? So there's all kinds of, like, should I do that? Should I do that? And then there's just the basic gumshoe system, which is going to be very new for us. The idea that, like, you have these investigative skills, and as long as you have a rank in it, the general clues and leads, you're just gonna discover them, right? And then you spend those points to get, like, more information, or because they wanted this game to be very, like, sword and sorcery, crazy stuff going on, you can spend those points to do, like, tricks in combat, and, like, it's cool. It's going to be interesting.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And thanks so much for the early Christmas gift. It's great to have the actual book, to read. That gets me very excited. Good stuff.
Why is Calarian yelling bot?
Oh no! Is there stuff in the chat? I'm not looking at the. Yeah, we've been definitely targeted when I do the board game stuff. The Twitch bots are trying to get us to buy views, but I refuse. I say no every time. Oh no. Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's in Twitch. Yeah.
It's Twitch.
Yeah, I wonder if I should change the, like, moderation setting on Twitch, because they always seem to find us. I'm sure they know how to work around that, but I should set a very strict, like, maybe only people that are well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe only people that are subscribed can comment or something like that in Twitch, because that might keep some bots out.
Said he should have bought that 10-foot pole.
Oh no.
I mean, they're cool, but I mean, they're useful. But you are dragging around a 10-foot pole. I guess that's where I've left the old school behind a little bit. Like, in my mind now, someone carrying a 10-foot pole looks ridiculous.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you're traveling with a 10-foot pole?
Just dragging it behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another weird thing with this Swords of Serpentine. you have like a wealth rating, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no money. The book is hilarious. I advise you to go to the world stuff and read the little thing about money in the city of Eversink. It's hilarious. It's just this obtuse arcane list of coins. It's like 20 coins long, with different values, and it's hilarious. So in the game mechanics, there's no coin counting. Mm-hmm. It's all wealth, right? And at the beginning of each adventure, you say what your lifestyle is like, and you have to spend that much wealth for that lifestyle. So it's everything from the very bottom of the barrel to super opulent. And if you're like right in the middle, it doesn't really matter too much. If you're higher than that, there's like 2 levels higher than that, and each one gives you a higher repute rating, which you can kind of use in like social situations with the right people. And then the other end of that is low repute, which would hurt you in those situations, but will help you when you're down mucking around with the scum of the earth, right? So it's kind of cool. And then this is going to be hard, and I think we'll get it. But it's going to take a minute. You have permanent iconic gear, and then you have just throwaway stuff. So I think in the character creation, you have to make like 4 or 5 items of gear that are just your iconic gear.
Oh, okay. Oh, just a sec. Hold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, we get to hear Jeremy speaking Japanese. No, Biss, I'm not calling OSR filler. It's just the game I'm about to run. I need to know as much about as I can before we run it. And it's very different than what we've played before. I've actually really enjoyed our OSR game. I don't know if you looked, but we got a couple cool comments on it. So I'm looking forward to playing that tomorrow, actually. And actually seeing how we fall apart when we actually get into a dungeon.
Sorry about that. I should have just said continue the explanation. That's the hazard of doing this from home.
I was talking to Biff because he's accusing me of skipping past OSR as filler content.
Oh.
Which I'm totally not. It's not the game I'm running. That's why I'm talking about the game I'm running.
Right. Nice. So
anyway, I'll finish this one thing that I won't talk about swords and lizards anymore. I promise. You have iconic gear. I think you select like 4 or 5 at the beginning of the game, and it stays with you. And it's kind of whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be my favorite sword or whatever. It could be like, I have a writ from the judge so and so that allows me to get 1 free apple at the market, or whatever.
Right.
So it can be like badges of office, or all kinds of whatever you want to think up, really. And then there's stuff. There's a list of weapons. There's armor. There's minor magical things, very minor, like tokens and runes. That you can use your wealth to acquire. But you also have a preparedness of skill, which you can use to just say, hey, it turns out I did bring that crowbar with me.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of ways to make your character, too. The only thing with your Inquisitor idea is, and like, no one probably will be doing sorcery unless they're like an Inquisitor by day, sorcerer by night.
Right there, like oh, that's right. Yeah, that would limit the right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because in the lore of the city, their god, their patron goddess, actually is hurt when people use sorcery.
Oh, okay.
Like anytime you use sorcery that is the kind that generates corruption, so like real spell casting, it hurts the goddess of the city.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like can actually, she might eventually get fed up with you.
Right.
So like sorcery is illegal basically for the most part. So like there are cool magic items in that rulebook, but you can't buy them because
I get it. Okay.
But, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to see like kind of what the group consensus is.
It'll be fun.
What to do? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think. Of course, if we're anti-magic, there's not going to be somebody casting spells in the party. Yeah. Hey, wait! Stop doing that! Don't do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the big one. Is like when someone's like, screw it, I'm gonna just bring this building down, and it's like, no, you're gonna internalize that corruption and like grow a third ear, or are you gonna like make all your cohort really mad at you because you gave them all the pox or something?
Right. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
good stuff. Nice. Yeah, so we'll pick up this time tomorrow for some more Palace of the Silver Princess. And
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's interesting reading both versions of that module and like kind of setting it when I did so that you guys are going to it's all going to be firsthand kind of stuff. And, or, people just saw something happen. It's not going to be, hundreds of years ago, I heard that there was once. It's going to be like, stuff that just happened. So, yeah, it's a little. I like that. Yeah.
Maybe like when we finish the adventure, we should do a little debrief where you can tell us about like.
Oh, sure.
The differences and stuff. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's very interesting how I think it really feels like there wasn't good instruction given. About okay, this is an introductory module, and they didn't give very good guidelines about what it should be like. So just she copied Into the Unknown and put a lot of the kind of world building that she wanted to in the module, and it was funny. I think it would work well, but maybe not as a basic module. Yeah, I think that was the one requirement that didn't work well for it. But yeah, it'll be fun to talk about the differences. I was surprised the changes between the two versions. And it is like, that's the thing that you forget about these old school modules. They're really deadly. I mean, it's amazing to get out of them as a first, second, or third level character because they're insanely deadly. And so, we have to expect that, and then also maybe have enough NPCs that we can be rotating in. But it wouldn't actually be that hard to find a way to include a freshly rolled up character in our second or third session. If you don't want to take over an NPC, there are actually ways in this setting that people can kind of appear. So that's what makes it extra wacky. That's what makes the situation strange. Is
that's cool.
Yeah. So it should be fun.
But we brought a wizard lady.
Mm-hmm.
How many did we bring? Like three?
Three, yeah. You've got a guy with a sword and a woman with a javelin. And I haven't explained. I guess I wasn't sure if I should tell you what class they were or let you kind of figure it out by how they functioned. Yeah. So we'll see. But I don't think they're the class you expect that they are. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how they're equipped doesn't tell you much. Yeah.
All I really like, the wizard lady was easy to peg, but The other ones, I think you called him shady or something.
Yeah, right,
Like,
right. They didn't look particularly.
Wonder what that means.
Yeah, it should be fun, and we can still, there's still a possibility for more NPCs because you guys have such high charisma. You have the chance to have a lot of hirelings, and a lot of people holding your holding the treasure and your mules. So we'll see how that goes, but cool. Yeah, nice. Oh, and also, yeah, because it's a basic module, there's all those pre-gen characters at the beginning. There's like 2 of every class at the beginning of the module. So it's like, if you don't want to do character creation, here, play one of these. It's very funny. It's always interesting, the thing you have to anticipate people don't like about the hobby. It's like, well, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't want to create a character. It's like, okay, we've got a solution. Yeah. Or I don't want to choose gear. Oh, choose one of these 3 packs, adventurers packs that has, various things in it. It's really funny.
Yeah, I've always struggled with that, where when I have maybe somebody I don't play with regularly, and they seem to just not be into we used to have the problem where we'd have somebody who it'd be 2-3 sessions before they'd finally give their character a name,
Right.
And it's just come on, man. It's a goddamn role-playing game. It's not that hard.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I know that kind of thing. It's too funny. What do we call you? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They end up being, given a temporary name that sticks or something.
Right. Yeah. They end up being Stinky because they fell into the mud puddle. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. This should be lots of fun. And it's nice. This would be definitely something we can go back to. And if we do end up kind of, world building and making our own adventures, it'll be very easy to have players kind of drop in and out, depending, because I know our schedules are never going to be easy.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Because I think Terry was mentioning somebody that might want to try role play. So yeah, the Old School Essentials might be it'll be a good approximation of early role play. I don't know if that will be in this day and age. I wonder how appealing that is. Like if you go from zero knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons and play, the 80s version, I wonder if that, feels good to modern sensibilities.
I think if they don't have any experience with it, it'll be perfectly fine, because old school D&D is pretty dang rules light.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really more about just, telling the DM what you want to do. And,
yeah, that's true.
Where it's funny, and I've talked about this experience before, I think, on here, so I apologize. But where it's funny is when you take someone whose experience is 5e, right? And you have them play a more old school game. Wow. Yeah, I told this story before, but this guy I worked on some theater projects with. I brought him in to play a DCC zero level funnel.
Yeah.
And it just broke him because there weren't all the 5A. It wasn't a 5e character sheet that's got little abilities that you do, and you can do this once a scene, or this once a day, or it didn't have all their little powers. Basically, it was literally you're a farmer with a hoe and a pig. You've got 2 hit points. Good luck, It just broke him. he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 5e, the level 1 characters are so unstoppable. It's really crazy, yeah. And the interesting thing when I've been watching some old school essentials videos, and they are talking to 5e players a lot when they're trying to explain what old school essentials are. And the interesting thing that people keep saying is it's not on your character sheet. So the expectations for like 5e players is everything you want to do, every possible thing is somewhere on your character sheet. You're rolling insight, or you're rolling all of these different things that have a role, and it's not just role playing. It's not just talking to the DM. It's actually like, oh, I'm going to do this, and you point to something on your character sheet. Can I do this? I want to do this, and that's a very different aesthetic. You're choosing from this menu of things to do in the game, as opposed to being in the story trying to solve the problem. It's very interesting. But yeah, and maybe that was the intent. I don't know if it was conscious or unconscious of Wizards of the Coast, is to just ruin an entire generation of players so they can't play anything else, because it's just like they just don't get it. It's like, but it's not on my character sheet. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, they took the 4E thing, right, where it's sort of trying to adapt MMO play. So everything on your sheet is basically kind of like an ability that you would trigger in an MMO or whatever.
Right.
They took that in 5e. They dropped out some of the tactical stuff. And then they just made they got obsessed with balance, like just obsessed with balance.
Yeah.
So that's what the 5e players know. They know that they're playing this so balanced game that like they're all superheroes. Nobody's gonna fucking die.
Right.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah, that's true. I think that trying to get the video game players and the computer RPG players, into the hobby, I think that did cause a lot of trouble, because you're just you're just trying to beat the system, with your stats and stuff. You're just trying to figure out how to do that. And that's very interesting. That there's a whole generation of people that have trouble taking a step back and realizing what else there is, and what the hobby was originally. It wasn't an emulation of a video game, which is funny because we just talked about Fallout doing that, but I think Roll20, it's so much more narrative that it never feels like, oh, I'm playing a video game on paper. It just has some of the flavor, the flavoring of too much, equipment. They made their system like complement the theme, which, like I said before, I was super skeptical before we started playing that they'd be able to do that. Free League's really good at doing that, but Fallout just seemed like such a square peg to go into that round hole of 2D20. Yeah.
Because 2D20 actually kind of like Gumshoe, if you look at the basic system, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. It's just so different than most other role-playing games. It just feels a little different. So it takes a little time to get used to. But they did a really good job. And actually, now that I think about it, they've done a good job with all the ones we've played.
Oh yeah,
Dune, fantastic. Star Trek Adventures was great.
Yeah,
that first edition rulebook sucked, but the game was good.
Yeah.
And even going back to John Carter, which again, the book was weird as hell, but the game was great.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, we played the hell out of John Carter. Yeah, I can't believe we still haven't taken a look at the second edition of Star Trek. I'm really curious what they did, because they took out the D6s. So I'm curious if it, if that helps, if it makes it feel different. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the D6. okay, there's two parts of 2D20 that I kind of wonder if they could change and either get rid of them or I don't know what. But one is the D6, like that's the part that always feels like it slows stuff down. Is like when we're rolling it and we're kind of like, okay, wait, the symbol means this.
Oh yeah.
Or this means damage, but this means damage plus a symbol.
Right.
You know, like you have to interpret it a little, I guess.
Yeah. That's true.
And the other thing is the threat. Like I still think they need to figure out one meta currency per game. I think it should be that should be the rule. One meta currency per game.
Yeah. No, that's true. And it is hard, and especially as a game master, it's hard to know exactly. I mean, I was looking at more of a guideline, and if it just didn't come up, it didn't come up. Like, things are getting more dangerous, but you didn't run into that. So there's no point in trying to spend that, having enemies burst through the wall or having some combat be just like infinite reinforcements just because I could buy them, so I could afford them. It was weird. Right. Yeah. It is hard to balance that.
So then a little compare and contrast here. Because you've run all our 2D20 and you ran Blade Runner. Blade Runner had that great clock thing going on. Was there a mechanism in there like threat? Like, was there something where it was like, oh, if this happens or you reach this threshold, you can throw some more corporate goons at them? Or was there anything like that, or was it all the clock?
It was all, there were timed events, like, so based on how many players, this should happen here. But if it's not appropriate, or it just, it doesn't make sense, or you'd have to really force it. It could also happen here. Like they give you options and kind of conditions, like if then, if this, then this. So there was a lot of that. Yeah, there wasn't anything where I was keeping track of something and saying, oh, because you did this 3 times or you failed this 3 times, then this guy is going to appear here. There wasn't anything I was spending.
Okay.
They just let you, they give you some flexibility and say, don't worry, this doesn't have to happen. If it works well in the story, or if it's a good way to get your characters to change a location or uncover something, then do it. But they did have a lot of optional things. So it means there's stuff that you're not going to run into. Yeah, but there was no kind of currency to do that. It was just kind of the instructions and conditions in the adventure itself. Yeah.
So that, I think I'm just naturally drawn to that approach more. Like they give you guidelines that are relevant to your adventure, but then they trust you to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to figure out why threat. Like, mechanically, I get that if you characters don't have any, what's it called? Momentum, being able to give you threat
right,
is how they can still accomplish those momentum actions.
Right.
I get that, but I feel like there should be another way. I think they should give the game master the guidelines and trust them to raise the stakes when they think it's appropriate. Otherwise, it's too gamified. Like it's like if you get into the nitty gritty of spending those threat points, it's more like you're playing a game against the other players than you are like running the game. If that makes sense. I don't know. It works fine. We've had a great time with all the 2D20 stuff. It works totally fine. If I had my druthers, I'd go another way with that. Like
right.
Modifius.
Well,
I'm thinking of like Forbidden Lands has willpower, right? And that's literally characters hurting themselves to get the meta currency points in that game. Like, it's all up to the player to do that. The game master doesn't have to affect that in any way.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, we've got to play. We should run the 3rd edition Mutant Chronicles, which is the first version of 2D20.
Oh,
so it's super clunky, and you'll really feel like, oh wow, they did fix a lot because the early version is a lot of funny spending and stuff. Yeah, it's not as elegant and connected.
Did they revise it, or they only had one edition of it?
They only had one edition. And they did and because I think initially people were not happy with 2D20, and you still get a lot of haters for 2D20. So they, even for that setting, they released a Savage Worlds port of it because people were like, I want to play this, but I don't want to play 2D20. So they did Savage Worlds for Mutant Chronicles. So
wasn't there one where you're like detectives on the moon or something that you talked about?
Oh, that was the first. The first campaign. Starts out, and that was the thing that they did too. Is they had pre-gens, because they had a very elaborate campaign, like kind of through all of the different corporations and big locations in the setting. But they mostly wanted you, okay, now you can play Doom Troopers, now you play police officers, now you play executives. Like, they keep kind of shifting a little bit. So kind of like, like the Alien Cinematic Adventures or whatever, they want you to have this exciting story, but you have to have the right kind of characters, like people that would be there for, appropriate reasons. Yeah, so the first one that would definitely be worth playing. I think you guys would really enjoy that, kind of the collapse into insanity of the solar system, and things just, every thinking machine getting this dark intelligence and kind of turning on you becomes a really cool way to, because you play police officers on the moon, and you're uncovering, like, why is everything going horribly wrong, and now why does my computer not work, and why does this, so it's very fun. Yeah,
it sounds like fun to me.
Yeah,
I'd be down. I don't even care if it's an old broken version of the system.
Right. Yeah, it'd be really fun too, because the original 1st and 2nd edition of Mutant Chronicles was BRP. It was just the D100. So that'd be fun to kind of resurrect that, and maybe even using like the new engine, like how Chaosium did the new edition with the game engine for basic roleplay, to use just a modified version of that and actually play it, old school, but with the new adventures that Modifius ran. Yeah, that would be cool.
What's the name of that one? Clarion asked.
Oh, I think it's just the Luna City setting. Because there's just there's source books, and then there's adventures. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it's if you want to look for any of the old books, which I think they're floating around.
Hey, Quark's here. Hi, Quark.
Hey,
man,
Quark.
We got Quark and Miguel. If we could just get Vero.
Oh yeah.
We'd have like full house.
Right. Yeah, let's see. There's the RPG. I'm not sure if this is how current this one's going to be. But let's see. I should just do a list of the books, maybe from the Kickstarter. Yeah, because they did a ton. It was a pretty successful Kickstarter, and they actually could deliver it much faster than that board game. Okay, so I think they're just calling it's the Dark Symmetry campaign. This might have been there might have been changes. So 3 campaigns. Yeah, I think it's just the beginning of the Dark Symmetry. Yeah. So it's just, if you buy the or if you look for that setting, you start as freelancers or Luna Police Department cops at the beginning of that, and that starts on Luna, in Luna City. And then and the other thing they do to keep it kind of going is you're like jumping through portals and things. You're like chasing the Dark Legion through these portals, which they've used to come here, and you kind of go into their deeper into their complexes and stuff. But I think it's just called the Dark Symmetry. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Fun to do. Although
add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get there. Yeah, but that'd be good. Yeah, if I get the Siege of the Citadel board game on the table for my solo board game thing, I'll definitely want to do some Mutant Chronicles because that's good stuff. Yeah, I think it's just the Dark Symmetry campaign, the first adventure in that book. Yeah, very funny. Well, cool. Well, all right, Matt, I won't keep you. I think it's on its way to getting late-ish. Oh, that's right. But the hour difference now. That's right.
It's getting to, sounds like Terry's pushing for us to do the session 0 at like 10 o'clock on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's possible.
So yeah, that's like what time it is right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and if it's if at least we could get started, like kind of figuring out what our characters are going to be.
Yeah, I have an inciting event thing that I to start the first adventure that I would like to shoehorn into that time, but we'll see.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, we'll see how it's going. For me, it's fine because it just gets to be dinner time is all. It doesn't get to be insanely late. So that'll be good. All right. Cool. But so I will see you tomorrow about this time for some more OSE.
Try not to die. Yeah.
Right. But your son your brother or your uncle can take over, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all my brothers.
Big family.
That'll be fun. I think if that ends up happening, I'll just do a chain of siblings who are clerics, but who are like different gods,
Oh, nice.
So different attitudes. They won't all be the crazy libertarian.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, nice. You have a whole pantheon by the time you're done.
Right.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks, Matt. Thanks for co-hosting. And thanks to everybody for hanging out with us in the chat, and especially patrons and members. We appreciate that support so much. It lets us play our games and stream them for you. So thanks so much. And so we'll be back again soon. And I'll be back even sooner with the last board game session of the original campaign for Trudvang. And then we'll see where we go from there. We'll see what expansions we open up. So thanks a lot, and see you soon. Goodbye. Bye.